start. Why are we here?
I think we wanted to share some of the new approaches that we've been embracing that have worked really well for other clients.
And we've been doing a lot of really cool stuff. It has actually made us even more creative, perhaps even more connected across our offices. This is how to be precision effective. Sophie, you're our reigning vaccine expert. Can you give us a rundown of some of the vaccinations that you've worked on?
We've worked on the majority of the GSK vaccines within the travel health division. We've most recently been working with the HPV vaccine team at MSD as well.
Can you tell us what the challenge was there?
For 10 years, the HPV vaccination had been available to girls in schools within the UK. And when we got the kind of market research and the data in, we identified that boys didn't really understand, or their parents didn't understand, why they needed the cervical cancer jab. So our big mission really was to help them understand why they were at risk, and how by filling in the consent form they could make an informed decision to protect their children from preventable cancers. We were all over the London Underground, and we advertised outdoors in certain sort of pockets of the country where consent was really, really low. Then we also got really smart, and we were quite targeted in our communication, playing in the social channels where we know there's a lot of conversation about vaccination, and making sure that we really could target primarily mothers as the gatekeeper to family health, but make sure that we were doing that through a range of different channels.
What advice would you give to colleagues charged with developing communications on a COVID vaccine?
None of the things I thought I knew about vaccination particularly hold true today. I think so much has changed, and the worst thing we can do is just go into this with our heads down and our ears closed and just carry on regardless. The world has changed and we need to adapt with that.
Do you feel positive?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
The medical advertising world is probably one of the most complex organisms on the planet. I think when all the pieces work together, from project management, creative, strategy, medical, and that all comes together in a beautiful piece, that is probably the most rewarding aspect of my job. By the way, wear something under your bee suit because they can actually sting you through it. So. The buzz in my world is that there's a lot going on. We're all trying to navigate the challenges of COVID and looking for, better things in 2021.
We'll get right to it. So what do you do for Precision Effect?
Once strategy starts thinking, creative starts creating, I make sure how we push out all that wonderful work is relevant and gets to the right people at the right time and the way they're most likely to consume it.
What should clients be thinking about right now?
Fragmentation. I mean, how many times are we sitting there on our couch watching TV, looking at social media, and responding to emails? Our attention is just so divided, and we need to think about how we reach our clients and our patients and our consumers with this mindset. And then lastly, I would say ad units that are slightly intrusive, but do it in a way that are a little bit sneaky, like a native social unit.
What can they do with video that really works hard for them?
The reality is by having video content and being able to chapterize it, you could promote it and push it out through your CRM, through your social channels, through rich media ad units.
Pam, if folks want to get into paid search and native ads and all things media engagement, do they just reach out to you directly?
Absolutely. I would love and welcome any and all conversations. So just shoot me an email and we can get that on the books.
We've got two of my favorite people here. Marcus, we'll start with you. Most interesting disease state you've worked on?
Life-threatening allergies.
Brian, what about you?
Inherited retinal disease.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Heat vision.
Heat vision?
Yep.
Invisibility like this. See it disappearing all the time.
Nice.
I'm working on it.
If you guys could meet any celebrity, who would it be?
Dead or alive?
Literally anyone.
Steve Jobs.
I can't think of anybody.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
no. The Pope.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I am so ready to get back to work. So pumped up for all of the things that we can do, different ways we can connect.
And we want to hear from you. So email us. Let us know what you're interested in knowing, who you want to meet. Maybe you want to be a guest star on how to be precision effective. But until then,
Stay inspired.
and do great work.
Bye. Boom.
We out.